Madam President, Ms. Anderson, thank you so much for your leadership and for allowing our team to be here. Dr. Looney, words cannot express my honor to serve Williamson County as the lead evaluator for this fine team that I was able to work with for the past 3 days, and even further along, more so, several weeks and months prior to this review. To the board members, again, thank you for taking your time to be here as board members, for your leadership. I do want to say, I know that out of the 12 board members, we were able to talk with 8 board members, and I know that board members have very, very busy schedules. And thank you for just, making some adjustments in some of your schedules to be here and talk with us, and then to come back or to be here in the middle of the day. So again, we are so appreciative because we know it's through your leadership that the school system moves forward in the way that it does. My name is Dr. Veronica Hartz, and I serve as the Vice President for Professional Learning for AdvancED in Atlanta, Georgia. Our office is actually located in Alpharetta, and I work with phenomenal folks at AdvancED, but the privilege and a blessing, as I see it, is to come to systems such as yours and to not only be part of the external eyes for this review, but also to learn and grow in my own profession. So again, I thank you for that opportunity. At this time, I would like to share the exit report of the external review. And along the way, I will stop and have our team, our external review team, to come up to the podium, introduce themselves so that you can see who has been here serving Williamson County. And of course, it's always going to be on behalf of your students that you serve here in the district. Just to give you a little bit about AdvancED. AdvancED is the name of our parent organization, and we actually encompass 3 regional accrediting agencies, Northwest, South Central, and Southern Association. And usually when we say AdvancED, people might say, but when we say SACS, folks know, oh, Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. But AdvancED is the parent organization under that organization we have 3 accrediting bodies. Again, our role is to serve as external eyes for our schools and our systems that are wanting to become accredited, because again, being accredited, it is an action that you take. You say, well, we're going to go through additional rigor so that we do get better. We know that the standards are high, and we do provide a set of standards, 35 indicators under 5 standards that guide and frame the accreditation process. So it is all about high standards, and here in this county, you all are accustomed to high standards. You do set the bar, you raise the bar, you live the bar. And so it is, again, such a privilege for us to be here and experience what you do on a daily basis. Again, our goal is to help our systems out across the world to improve by their use of our standards. We are international, and we have a protocol or a framework that is in place, and that framework will truly focus on systems in our schools and our districts that are systemic. They are systematic in their processes so that they can sustain the high results as they move forward. Our standards serve as a framework. We don't tell our systems how to do their work. We use the standards as the guiding light, if you will. Again, our goal is to help our schools and our systems to build their own capacity so that they can truly make gains, not only in student performance, but also in their operations, their operational procedures. You'll see that as this slide moves forward, we have 3 major areas, or buckets, if you will, regarding the accreditation process. So we do call these the key elements for accreditation. So in order for a system to either continue their accreditation or to become accredited, we have those schools and systems focus on an internal review. And that's what Williamson County has just completed. Tim and Lorette, again, I thank you so much for your leadership. It was such a pleasure to work with them, and I know that they certainly spearheaded such high-level leadership not only here at the systems level, but for the administrators and the teachers and the student body in the schools. You all conducted an internal review using the standards and the indicators, 5 standards and 35 indicators at the district level. That's the internal review. The external review is when the team, such as my team of 8, comes in and we serve as your external eyes. So as a former kindergarten teacher, I always like to put a picture with it. When you think about an internal review, it's like looking at yourself in a mirror. When the team comes here to Williamson County, we are looking at you through a window. Again, all professional colleagues in the area of education. You use the self-assessment along with the standards. The team has just completed the external review. You have also used your student performance results to help determine where you are or the degree to which you believe you're meeting those standards. And you also use the stakeholder perception or the surveys. You have surveyed your parents, you have surveyed your students, and you've surveyed your staff. So those are the 3 major buckets that will guide you through your internal review. Our external review takes place when the team comes to the system or within the district, and I use those words synonymously. We come to your district for 3 days. We start on a Sunday, and we work 3 solid days, pretty late into the night, but I won't let the team speak about how late we have worked. But it was such an honor to work with a team that really dug through so much evidence and artifacts that was provided from the system. The external review team, again, here we have 8, and I'll have them introduce themselves in just a moment, but just a little bit about this team and the way our framework is set up. The team, half of the team comes from within the state of Tennessee. The other half of the team comes from out of the state, and that is part of the AdvancED protocol. So 4 of us were from out of state, and 4 of us were from within the state. Again, the team spends a good month and a half. As soon as we get all of your accreditation report documents, the team starts to review those documents. These team members are not paid. They are released from their own systems and from the work that they do to come here and spend 3 days. They also take back ideas, and boy, did they take back ideas from Williamson County. But very proud to be able to look at best practices and very innovative thinking that was taking place out in your schools and in the system overall. I would like for our team, if you would come up and introduce yourselves to the Williamson County School family. And you can all just come on up, and if you'll make sure and introduce yourself, tell where you're from, and your current role that you play in the work that you do.
Thank you, Veronica. I'm Ronnie Parks. I'm a retired educator from the Gibson County area, West Tennessee, just a little town north of Jackson, Milan. Some of you may have heard of Milan. I'm retired, and my role in this process is to serve as Veronica's step-and fetcher. I'm the associate lead evaluator. And as a field consultant for AdvancED now, I get the privilege of going into multiple schools because I have the time to lead the school through the accreditation process or to help them maintain their accreditation by being a lead evaluator in schools. And it's been my privilege to be here with you. I've known about your district many, many years, and I've always wanted to come to see the inside, how it operates, and I've been blessed by being here. Thank you.
My name is Margaret Gilmore. I'm an instructional supervisor for Shelby County Schools and also serves on the AdvancED Council for Tennessee. And I just want you to know, Dr. Looney, that I tried to steal your teachers, but they wouldn't go. So I am certainly happy to be here, and it has just been a pleasure. Thank you.
I'm Wanda Berry. I am from Hickman County School System, your neighbor, and there I am Federal Programs Director for the county. This school system, I have been so impressed. When Thea called me and asked me if I would come, I said, yes. I'm not even going to ask the director if he'll let me go. So thank you for having me.
Hello, everyone. My name is Yolanda Davis. I am a senior software engineer who works for AdvancED, and I am from Alpharetta, Georgia. It's been an absolute pleasure participating as part of this team. My lens is focused on technology. I am a part of a small team who helps to develop the systems that you work with, the ASSIST system, that implements a lot of the processes you went through for the review process. So it was my pleasure to serve in this capacity. So happy to have been here. Thank you.
I'm Fran Owen. I'm an instructional supervisor for Sevier County Schools in Upper East Tennessee. However, I'm originally from Cheatham County, so I feel like I'm at home. And I do want to thank you all for your kindness, for your candor, and for your hospitality. I've really enjoyed my visit.
Good afternoon. My name is Sean Dees. I'm from Georgia, so I'm representing the Peach State, and I'm coming down to see what you guys are doing. And I enjoyed myself so much that I was telling Dr. Looney that it's a wonder to come in and see a system working and functioning in this capacity. So I will take a lot of ideas back, but I'm from Henry County Schools, which is south of Atlanta, and it was a great opportunity to come down and see a great work of art. So keep up the good work and the things that you're doing here in Williamson.
Good afternoon. My name is Leonard Paul. I'm the Northwest United States Regional Director for AdvancED. Nevada happens to be one of those Northwest states, so my office and home is in Las Vegas. Appreciate being here. It was a great experience. I visit many, many school districts, and yours is at the top of the list. Thank you very much.
Thank you all so much. And I also just want to recognize the fact that, Lynn Paul, I know that you have a flight that you have to catch. And so if you and Dr. Owen must slip out, I know that you'll do so. But again, I do want to thank the entire team, especially for putting up with me, all the emails and the phone calls and the text messages and the very late nights. So thank you again. When our team comes in, we know that here in Williamson, we knew just reading your accreditation report, we would definitely validate things that were happening here in the system. And yet we knew that we had a very, very tough job, because in a high-performing system, we really have to dig and ask questions and interview and go back and interview again to make sure that we are on point with the evidence that supports the standard rating. So again, you all made our job very, very tough, but we were quite honored to partake of that. We want you to see the number of your stakeholders that we talked with over the course of the past 3 days, 261 total. Dr. Looney, again, so honored to have spent time with you. The board members, 8 board members out of 12, and I know that if the other 4 could have been here during those times, that they would have been. So again, I thank you as well, because you're a part of this big picture as well. The supervisory staff, 21, 31 principals, 30 parents, 77 teachers, 93 students. And I tell you, talking to the students, they really don't hold back any words. And the one thing that we have learned is that your students love this community. They love their teachers. They love their principals. Your parents are so proud to be here. Very quick story. I had one parent that said, if the lines had to be redrawn, and we know that that happens, and I had to leave my school, I'd be sad, because I really love my school, but I know that I would be at an equally great school. And that really says volumes, because we know that anytime you, as a board, make decisions on drawing lines, and your growth is phenomenal here, we know that's not an easy thing to do, but that's powerful to have a parent say that. We also wanted you to hear a little bit about what your stakeholders said while we were out in the schools. A teacher said, technology helps them think as a 21st century learner. Students stated, amazing teachers. And we could see it, we could hear it. It just gave us chills every time we had a chance to talk to a child. Appropriately challenging. Numerous extracurricular activities. Family, family-like atmosphere. They made us feel like family. Extremely memorable. A senior student said this. Unique, enjoyable, great, inspiring. And you know, that's coming from kids, even though we did not have a chance because of the size of our team to visit all of the schools, being able to be in 8 of your schools was just priceless. And what's even, I think, more importantly, to show your persistence and your perseverance. There was a fire, unfortunately, at one of the schools, and it was Fairview High School. Our team, we thought, well, we'll go to Plan B. Your staff already had a Plan B. The principal and the staff members wanted us to come. We know that the students weren't there, but guess what? The team went because they wanted the team to be there. They wanted to show and share much about their school in relationship to the district. And boy, that says quite a bit. So again, I congratulate Fairview. We were very thankful. Everything was okay at the school, and we know that you all stepped right in to make sure that everything was okay and safe for students. We want to share with you the overall rating for each of the 5 standard areas. And just keep in mind that these standard areas are rated on a performance level of from 4 to 1, 4 being the highest. So we wanted you to see those numbers and in relationship to those numbers, thinking in terms of the various indicators that are underneath each of these standards. In purpose and direction, the overall score was 3.75. Now you have 4 indicators underneath there, okay? And I'll speak a little bit more about those indicators shortly. Governance and leadership, 3.67. Teaching and assessing for learning, 3.17. Resources and support systems, 3.25. Using results for continuous improvement, 3.4. I can tell you from my experience, this is certainly, these scores are the highest that I've seen and had the privilege to be a part of in my career with AdvancED and working with our 5 standards and 35 indicators. So I congratulate you. This is phenomenal. Out of 35 indicators, you all had 14 indicators at performance level 4. And you will see the detail in that in the report. So again, I congratulate you on that. Let me share with you a little bit about the learning environment. We had an opportunity to visit approximately, I think it was 33 classrooms. And this is a new tool for us. It is called the Elliott, the environmental learning tool, effective learning environment observation tool. And the acronym is Elliott. We use this tool across our network, across our thousands of schools that are going through accreditation. And our teams are in the classrooms longer. We go into the classrooms for 20 minutes. We go individually into random classrooms. And we are looking at 7 environments you see before you. We rate the various items. There are 30 items that we rate on a level of 4 being highly evident. We can see it happening in the classroom. 2, it's not observed. Now, when something is not observed, we know in 20 minutes' time, you can leave after 21 minutes, and the minute you leave, something is happening in the classroom. So please just know that this is the numbers here that reflect, that are ranging from a possible 4 to a 1. Really will be food for the leadership to take and talk about, and hopefully enhance and deepen discussion regarding environments that we create for our students. And you can see the 7 environments from equitable learning environment. I'm not going to read all of those because I know that you can definitely see them. But I want you to look at from supportive learning environment, the support that you all give and the support that teachers give. Well-managed learning environment, 3.2. And, digital learning, again, keep in mind, we only went into 33 of the classrooms, and we only will mark what we see at that time. This is in pilot phase for our organization, and we actually use opportunities such as this to improve upon our own processes so that this tool can be used in a very positive way. It is not a teacher evaluation whatsoever. We look at environments that are conducive to student learning. So again, we thank you for allowing us to be in your classrooms. These scores do not impact the accreditation decision. We want to highlight 7 powerful practices, and these are areas that rated at level 4, performance level 4, and you will see the detail within the powerful practices in the external review report. Again, that report will be completed in approximately 30 business days. Again, Dr. Looney, we're so proud to be able to make this statement that Dr. Looney exemplifies a forward-thinking purpose and direction to advance the Williamson County schools beyond the 21st century. And again, we commend you. Your leadership is stellar. Your leadership team, they are absolutely stellar, as well as the Board of Education. I was very proud to talk with several board members who said, you know, you go into deep discussions, but when you leave the room, you walk out as one. And that says volumes. I think that your role as board members is certainly that of a model for school boards across the country. And I certainly hope that you would be able to share your strategies that you use as a board to make decisions and keep moving forward. We want to state as a powerful practice, the Board of Education operates in a manner that models sound fiscal responsibility that provides for the success of all students. Another powerful practice, the Williamson County School Board of Education protects, supports, and respects the autonomy of the system and school leadership to accomplish the goals set forth by the system. High academic achievement boasts an upward trend. You stated over and over again hard facts, data that shows the upward trend in your various content areas, and multiple sources of data that support the high academic achievement here. And so what's so impressive is that you keep setting the bar higher. You have that average of 23. Well, now the next average is 24 for ACT. And to commend the board for making a decision to provide opportunities for all of your juniors to take the ACT that first time around, and you covered those costs. So again, I think those are actions to certainly be bragged about and for other school boards to model behind. The use of data that provides guidance in decision-making processes to determine the systemic actions that you take. We know that another powerful practice here in Williamson, stakeholders are committed to excellence and high expectations, and we could see that in classrooms, walking in classrooms randomly, talking to teachers that are of the highest, they're really using practices, again, that are to be shared among so many schools across the country. And yet, you're very transparent about the fact that you know you're not perfect and you have room to grow. And we so appreciate that transparency. The system provides resources and various learning programs and opportunities to promote academic success for all students. We certainly want to commend all of you for the forward thinking with the BYOT, the Bring Your Own Technology. And we know that, are all the kinks worked out just yet? Well, you have even said that, teachers have said, we're excited about it, but we also have some concerns. We want to make sure that, we are trained and we know exactly how to use these technologies the best. Kids have said, thumbs up. Some have said, oh, thumbs in the middle. We're getting there. We love it, but we also want it to advance our learning opportunities. So again, that is an innovation that we at least want to say, keep moving forward with that. And we also heard from the staff that that you're not where you want to be with that particular initiative, and you're going to keep pushing it forward to make it even better. But it is an initiative that you don't normally see in systems. So again, thank you. I always say, if you can jump off that cliff and you have a parachute, you're okay with taking those risks. There are 2 required actions that we are providing for Williamson County Schools. 2 required actions out of 35. The first one, and this is not a surprise to the system because you recognize this and you stated it in your self-assessment. Indicator 3.9. The required action is this: to develop a systemic plan to ensure that all students are well known by at least one advocate in the school. And we know that this is a process. It takes time. It takes voices to make this happen. And yet, you respect the autonomy of the school leaders to make this happen in different ways at their school. And it started already. And we know it's going to get better and better. But I commend the leadership for being forward-thinking and recognizing this already in their internal review. Indicator 3.12, provide services to meet all unique learning needs. We know that we have the high expectations here in Williamson, and no matter what your need might be, the high expectations are for everyone. And we know yet in the course of providing for our students, we have some unique populations that will need some unique things that will go on in their particular school. So again, we don't tell you how. We know that you're providing services. You are. We don't tell you how to dig deeper. And I can tell you that 3.2 actually was at a performance level 3. And so we took that because we want you to leverage that high performance where you already are in providing services and just push it even further. So we know that this is a lever for you to move even more so forward in the direction of providing for those special, those needs that are out there. Regarding the accreditation decision, we have completed the external review. Now we will complete the rest of the external review report using our technology platform called Assist. And the team has been part of writing that report. And I, as the lead evaluator, and Mr. Parks, as the associate lead, will make sure that report is completed. We will, in 30 business days, the AdvancED Accreditation Office will review the report, and they will send the report back to Williamson County. In the month of June and January, twice a year, our AdvancED Accreditation Commission meets, and they grant accreditation and the status of your accreditation. At this time, I want to say that our team, we have the evidence to make a further recommendation to the AdvancED Accreditation Commission, and then it moves on to the Board of Trustees, to recommend that you continue your systems accreditation. And we are very proud to push that forward on behalf of Williamson County. Once that decision has been completed, then again, you will get the full report, and the board will complete their vote on this in June. They only meet twice a year, but you will get the report in 30 business days. And so we're very proud to push that recommendation forward for accreditation for Williamson County. Again, it has been, and I think someone was getting ready to clap, and I would certainly begin that myself. So we congratulate you for completing this process. I would like to conclude this external report with just some final thoughts. We thank you for making sure that we were safe, that we had good shelter and good food, and you just provided the things that we needed. On down to the very last moment, one of the ladies came and asked us if we needed anything else before we came here. So we thank you so much for your professionalism, your support. Dr. Looney, you are quite supportive of this process as well as your board, and I have asked Dr. Looney if I could tap into the leadership here, because I would love that type of leadership. I know that we've had some of your leaders to serve on accreditation teams before, and I want to invite the leaders of Williamson County to serve on future accreditation teams, because I believe that you have so much to share and offer, and I appreciate that support as well. We certainly want to acknowledge the quality, the high quality and the high functioning aspect of the Board of Education, because without your guidance and direction and your policy making decisions, the system could not move forward in the way that it is moving forward. So we congratulate you for being the leaders that you are and the quality leaders that you are. We also want to just congratulate you towards your continued progress in all of your activities in your system. Again, we know that achieving systems accreditation, it's not easy. Many times the public does not realize what you go through to get to this point, to get that internal review completed with all of the other things that you're doing. But you have done it with such flair and high quality. It is such an honor to stand before you and be a part of this with you. I conclude this report, at this time. I look forward, absolutely look forward to hearing more great things about Williamson County. I promised team members that I would not tell my husband that, we just moved to Atlanta. I better not say another move again to him. But I tell you, this is definitely a place to be, and I look forward. Get ready, because folks are coming, and I have to say that the community is quite proud. Thank you so much for allowing me this time. This concludes the report for the external review. Thank you.